this is Rob. I'm going to start this last video on the magical arts by relating to you a story that has a higher message that I would like you to remember. There was a man that had inherited a large parcel of land, and he didn't know that he already owned this parcel of land that he had inherited because he lived far away. And as he matured and grew up, he returned to where he had been born and his place of inheritance and found the parcel of land that was his. But he didn't realize that the deed had been slightly altered by the neighbor who lived next to the parcel of land. This neighbor had gone and taken about 20 feet of the parcel and had changed the deed so that it didn't reflect that chunk of his inheritance that was already his, so that the neighbor could then use that. And what the neighbor did, because this fellow did not realize that he owned the entire parcel himself, the neighbor then approached him and offered to sell him his parcel of land. Now, the truth is that this gentleman had no idea he already owned it, and his neighbor was going to sell him something he already owned. I would like you to please be wary of anybody who tries to sell you things that you already own inside. Every bit of knowledge, every bit of intelligence, every experience that is experienced throughout the entire universe by every part of the universe is imprinted in the fabric of the energy, the force that makes everything up. That force is part of what makes you up. And you own it because it makes everything up. There's nothing outside of it. Now, you may not be consciously aware, you may have forgotten, you may not be consciously aware of all of that bit of knowledge and wisdom that's within you. And through your meditational practices and through practicing conscious creation, you are going to begin to bring back to the surface of your mind and from your subconscious self, and draw upon every bit of knowledge and information and every true belief of who you are. And you're going to bring it to the surface of your remembrance. That's the mystical path. I can't sell you that. I can't sell you the knowledge that comes from within me and the wisdom that has come to my surface of my consciousness, because in actuality that is the same wisdom, knowledge, and intelligence that flows through you. I don't own it. How can I sell you something that I don't own? I want you to be wary of anybody who tries to sell you knowledge or wisdom that you already own. Okay, you may have forgotten it's yours. Now, somebody may help you to point out what you already own. But to sell you something that you already own is, in my opinion, not something that a master would do. I know that Christ didn't do it. Buddha never charged a dime for the wisdom he offered people, because he knew that that was within them. In fact, when they would call him the Buddha, he often said, find the Buddha within yourself, because it's the same Buddha. Christ told his followers, you will become one with me. And when they reach that state of oneness, they'll realize every bit of wisdom that he was trying to offer them was already inside of them. They just had not recognized their own divinity. And this is something that true masters will do. They will not charge you for what is already yours. Okay? I'm going to go on and delve into something else before I close this series. But I want you to remember that because it's very important. Alright, this following year, until we meet again, I want you to also keep in the foremost front part of your conscious mind this concept, and I want you to hold it to the foremost front part of your conscious mind every day until this knowledge actually seeps into your subconscious self. Because right now your subconscious self holds on to beliefs that are not true about your reality. It has come to conclusions that are not true about time and space, what makes the universe and what makes you, it has not come to the realization that everything outside of you is inside of you. These are all false beliefs that you hold on to subconsciously. They have been ingrained in your subconscious since the beginning of this life, and your subconscious is carried with you as you are born into this realm, this physical realm, and take on a physical body and become part of physicality. Your subconscious carries with you. Now, your conscious mind in each lifetime is only aware of the surroundings that it finds itself in and its experience within the physical realm. It's the tip of the iceberg. But the massive amount of subconscious intelligence that you have below the iceberg is still there. You have forgotten it's there. You carry it with you from lifetime to lifetime. And those subconscious beliefs that you carry with you from lifetime to lifetime shape your reality. And then your reality shapes your subconscious and conscious beliefs. Now, none of this is real. None of the beliefs that have been shaping your reality reflect the ultimate reality. And we have talked about that. So remember this cycle that you have been in throughout your entire lifetime, and I guarantee you that energy is not destroyed nor created. What makes you you, the consciousness that flows through you, that makes your entirety of who you are, has always existed. So you have been carrying these things into your lifetime. You have been carrying them into your lifetime every time you return to the physical realm, and they have been creating everything you see around you. And you're not aware of the false beliefs that you've been using to create your reality. So I want you to remember that it's been a cycle that you are going to have to consciously break and consciously understand until all of those subconscious false beliefs are expunged from you. And when that happens, your conscious mind is going to be fully aware of everything. You are going to be in a state of wholeness. So I want you to remember this throughout the year as you practice your concentration, your visualization, your raising of energy, and the basics of the magical arts that manifest magic, because your magic will never manifest without those basics. But always remember that your reality is a reflection of your beliefs, and your beliefs are a reflection of your reality. And none of this is real, because you have false beliefs, which create a false sense of a false reality that's not based on a real reality. Okay, I want you to remember that cycle throughout the year as you practice. And it's going to help you to change your beliefs and raise through your conscious self beliefs that are more based into the ultimate reality of what we are and our true potential. You can't tap into a potential that you don't believe exists. You cannot have something that you don't believe is there. Okay, I'm going to show you some basics before I close this series, and this is what you need to practice every day if you are on the mystical path in order to change your beliefs and raise your awareness. Okay, one of the basics that we have talked about is concentration. Concentration is one of the ultimate tools of magic. Without it, you cannot manifest a reality, because your thoughts and your energy is scattered. You need to concentrate it to one fine point. You need to be able to have the ability to think of one thought, and every other thought is out of the way, so that you can focus intently on that one thought and later project energy into that one thought. And then that one thought will crystallize as the energy builds. It will crystallize in higher realms, and then it will crystallize to the point where it will actually manifest itself in your realm, which is a realm of congealed energy. Okay? This is what I do to practice concentration. I don't believe it's the only form of practice. I can't teach you every method of concentration. You can go out and get books if you want. You don't need a guru, because nowadays we have so much knowledge that the ancients did not have accessible to them because of print and the internet. You are very